right, Jeff Buxton, another Ironman title. You know, I don't need to ask you much. Tell me about the tournament.
Anytime you have three individuals win a tournament of this caliber, it's a good feeling. You know, unfortunately, we had some kids that fell shorter than we had hoped for, and they've trained really hard, and the expectation was a lot higher. And you know, certainly have a lot of things that we need to work on. This type of tournament in the beginning of the year is really tough, and you know, it's one that you go into with, you know, hoping that you're going to do a lot of things right, and we did see a lot of things right. You know, we just, you know, I felt, you know, by the end of the day, there were a lot of things we could have done a lot better, and we'll keep working in that direction. But you know, a great tournament win. It was a good race between us and St. Ed's. They have I think a really good balanced team. They had one, their 26-pounder had an unreal tournament. You know, I think he may have had 4 upset wins, but you know, every time I turned around, he was beating somebody else, and you know, certainly took down one of the top 26-pounders in the country in the finals. So you know, it's a star-studded tournament. You know, Walsh hosts a great event. You know, probably the thing that upsets me the most right now is the officiating at the tournament, and you know, I wish they could put together a little bit stronger crew, because the wrestling is fantastic. These, you know, kids have, you know, watching high school wrestling develop over the last 30 years. Their talent ability keeps growing and growing and growing, and what kids are doing on the mat is faster and faster, and there's some officiating that needs to change with that. But I think, you know, if they concentrate on it like I think they are in our state and in Pennsylvania, that you know, it's going to grow here in Ohio. It's a great state to come wrestle. The kids are really competitive, and you know, it's a super tournament. You know, I'm just a little bummed out right now how my team finished, but you know, it's an Ironman title, which you know, are hard to come by.
Yeah, well, that's a good problem to be upset with your title. But we got the majority of the toughest teams in the country here. Is there any tendencies, techniques, new things going on that you're picking up on in the wrestling world?
You know, like in college wrestling, you know, it's filtered down into high school wrestling, and the ability to scramble and to recover is you know, unbelievable at this level right now. I think the ability to hand fight has also dropped down to this level, and you know, I think kids are become a lot more explosive. So you know, there's a lot of good things happening in the sport of wrestling, and you know, I think they're going to continue to improve, and you know, hopefully there's the opportunity for kids when they move on to college that there are enough programs there for them to wrestle.
I gotta agree with you. So Ironman this weekend, Hammer tournament. You guys are going right into Beast next weekend. Your kids got the tough Blair, you know, school. What do you do this week in between these tournaments?
Mostly recover. You know, it won't be a big grinding week, but it'll be certainly a big technical week for us. You know, I have a zillion things to work on, and you know, watching our kids wrestle at this level, you can certainly see the mistakes that we're making and the things that we really need to work on. And you know, they stand out in my mind pretty clearly. You know, going to the Beast has a different set of teams, and you have to prepare for those certain teams. There's a little bit different style, and there's a little bit officiating differences. So, you know, those are things that we got ready for this tournament. We'll certainly get ready for it for the Beast, and then you know, after Christmas we have the Powerade. So we have you know, 3 really good tournaments that I think are going to make our kids jump to another level. So when we come into our dual meets with St. Ed's and Graham, that we're going to be really prepared for those. And you know, they're doing the same thing that we're doing.
All right, so we appreciate everything you guys do. You have anything else for us, Coach Buxton?
Hey, it's good to see Flo here. You know, I'll be excited to see him at the Beast next weekend, and I hope to see him again at the Powerade. Keep covering wrestling.
Absolutely.
You're one of the reasons why kids are getting better. They have the ability to watch a lot of wrestling. I wish I had it when I was a kid.
Thank you, Jeff.